Hello and welcome to Mickeyology, where we take Disney a little too seriously. I'm Austin Rathall, and today we're examining one of the most unique stories in the Pixar canon, Up. The movie's premise sounds bizarre at first glance. An old man and a Boy Scout float to South America on a house strapped to helium balloons. And yet, in true Pixar fashion, Up is one of the funniest, most joyous, and most poignant animated films ever made. But where does this offbeat masterpiece take place, and when? Let's look at the clues and find out. Throughout the movie, Carl never mentions what year it is or what town he lives in. However, it's very clear where he wants to go.
Paradise Falls. Paradise Falls.
Let's get to the falls.
Paradise Falls.
Paradise Falls. South America.
South America.
South America.
Obviously, he wants to go to Paradise Falls, which is somewhere in South America, so much of the film takes place there. But when does Carl finally get there, and where is he flying from? At first, it might seem that Carl lives in any town, USA, but two clues in the film's set dressing reveal that he does live in a specific city. At the end of the movie, Carl goes with Russell to Russell's favorite creamery, Fenton's. There is a real Fenton's Creamery with the same logo we see in the film. It has two locations, and they are both in California. One is in Oakland and the other in Vacaville. A scrapbook photo in the movie's end credits shows Carl taking Russell to a screening of Star Wars, and if you look closely, you'll see the word Oakland above the marquee. Therefore, Carl and Russell must be natives of Oakland, California. So far, we know where Carl is from and what continent he and Russell travel to. However, the film doesn't tell us exactly where in South America Paradise Falls is, nor does it tell us when this story takes place. To answer those questions, let's look at statements from the filmmakers. In interviews, books, and behind-the-scenes featurettes, director Pete Docter and his crew described taking a research trip to South America to research for the film. They visited Venezuela, and they explored the large flat-topped rock formations called tepuis. Nestled among these cliffs stands the world's tallest waterfall, Angel Falls. This location was clearly the inspiration for the film's Paradise Falls, so it's safe to say that Carl's adventure takes place in Venezuela. That explains the where of the film, but what about the when? The first part of the film isn't too difficult to date. It opens with a black and white newsreel showing a Hindenburg-style dirigible. Ellie even shows Carl a magazine cover dated December 1933. Sure enough, filmmakers repeatedly said that they set the movie's prologue in the 30s. Concept art even shows Muntz's airship with the words Muntz Expedition 1934 on the side. However, most of the movie takes place long after the 30s when both Carl and Muntz are old men. Filmmakers have said that Muntz is supposed to be in his 90s or even his hundreds. To figure out when Carl's big adventure takes place, we need to know how much time passes between his childhood and the day he sets off for the falls. Luckily, the filmmakers have given us a major clue that can help us calculate that. An official synopsis for Up appears on several Disney websites, and it states that Carl is 78 when he embarks on his adventure. Time for some calculation. Now, I can't find any official statements about how old Carl and Ellie are when they first meet, but the two of them appear to be somewhere between the ages of 8 and 11. We don't know the exact year they met either, but we know that it was in the 30s and that it was after Ellie's magazine was published, December 1933. Let's say that Carl meets Ellie in 1935, in the middle of the 30s, and that Carl is 8. That means his big adventure happens 70 years later, and that would mean the main events of the movie take place around 2005. This isn't an exact year, of course. Depending on how old Carl and Ellie were when they met and what year that happened, the story may take place a while before 2005 or a while after. Carl's adventure may even take place the year the film came out, 2009. However, the film must take place sometime in the 2000s. Based on the movie's dialogue, set dressing, and statements from its filmmakers, I'm placing Disney and Pixar's Up in Oakland, California, and Venezuela, circa 2005. So there you have it. That is my theory for when and where Disney and Pixar's Up takes place. Please let me know in the comments what you thought of my conclusions and when and where you think Up takes place. Also let me know which Disney or Pixar movie you would like me to analyze next. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.